What's up, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of The Real Review. Last night, I finally had the opportunity to check out Terminator Genisys. Terminator Genisys stars Jason Clarke, Emilia Clarke, Courtney, and of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. To give you a brief synopsis about what this movie is about without spoiling it, is essentially it takes place in the future where the future resistance John Connor, just like the other movies, sends back Kyle Reese, just like you see him back in the 1984 original Terminator. Although things aren't the same that you might remember from the original Terminator. Kyle Reese gets sent back and he's supposed to go save Sarah Connor like he did in the very first Terminator, but this one, things are a little bit different. Now, if you've seen the previews, then you know that things are a little bit weird in this alternate timeline. And I think maybe that is where this movie might struggle a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate this movie, but I don't love it either. I actually kind of felt like, meh, about it. There was not really a good fluid story happening, and I think maybe the fact that they're dealing with timelines, alternate timelines, past, future, present, all that stuff, it just got a little bit confusing at times. It felt a little just not cohesive, like everything was just one set piece from the next to the next to the next. One thing I really dislike is when trailers ruin the whole movie. They give the whole movie away before you even see it. This trailer for this movie, I thought gave a lot away before I even saw the movie. I was like, wow, that looks like something that maybe I wanted to be surprised at when I saw it in the theater. But if you've seen the trailers, you've seen some of the most surprising things. There's not a lot outside of what was happening in the trailer. The first Terminator was an excellent science fiction thriller. Better yet, the second Terminator was better than the first one, which is rare in sequels these days. And then it hits the third Terminator, and that movie struggles. And then the fourth movie, meh. This movie might be a little bit better than those movies, but overall, I felt like it was just a little bit incoherent at times. However, I do feel like this one does kind of mess with the timeline a little bit of the first Terminator movie, and I don't know if I like that. The acting was okay. Courtney is kind of like a stock, regular guy. He's not very charismatic, but he's not bad either. He's just a pretty straightforward guy, and he does okay. Emilia Clarke, she does really good. She kind of feels the same at the beginning that Courtney did, and towards the end of the movie you feel for her a little bit more. Like I feel like she progressively got a little bit better. Jason Clarke, he did pretty good. I haven't seen him in a whole lot. Most recent thing I saw him was the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and he was great in that. I thought he did pretty good in this too for what his role was. And then of course you have Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is this movie. If you're going to see this movie, it's for him because he has all of the best lines, he has all of the best parts, and he's really what people look forward to seeing the most, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. So another problem I had with this is the CGI in this movie was so hit or miss. Like it was good sometimes, and other times it wasn't so good. To me, specifically, when you have bad CGI, it pulls me out of the movie, it pulls me out of the experience, and you're like, that looks weird. A good example of this bad CGI is in like the opening shot. You actually see this in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything, but the Golden Gate Bridge gets disintegrated by a nuclear explosion at the very beginning, kind of just with some exposition over the top of it. That part looked awful. The water looked fake. It looked like a video game cutscene. Nothing against video games, but movies shouldn't look like that. That's just not something I want to experience in a movie. So I'm not sure what happened. It's like good part of the time, not good the other time. Also, what is the deal with the Golden Gate Bridge? Seriously, hasn't it been destroyed enough? Really? Anyways, guys, Terminator Genisys, without spoiling anything, it felt a little sloppy, a little bit incoherent. The action scenes were okay, nothing like really memorable or anything like that. If you want to go and just see some explosions and see some cool effects some of the time, then maybe go check it out. So Terminator Genisys, it came out this weekend. Did you check it out? Did you like it? If you liked it, if you didn't like it, comment in the section below. Let me know what you thought about it, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for being awesome, and we'll see you next time. Genisys? Is it Genisys? Genisys? How do you... Genisys. Like the Sega?